Hello everyone, and a very warm welcome to my weekly update. This week we finally managed to get Natural England out on farm. So myself, Terry Jones, our Director General, and our brilliant county advisor in the East Midlands region, Simon Fisher, met with Tony Juniper, the chairman of Natural England, Marion Spain, their chief executive, and their head of agriculture, Jeff Sampson. And so grateful, I have to say, to Ollie and Rebecca Lee for hosting us on their farm in Leicestershire. For us, it's always about showcasing how sustainable food production goes hand in hand with environmental delivery. And you can't beat being on farm and seeing, what is going on face to face. And Ollie did a fantastic job of talking the Natural England team through what he's been doing, the challenges with the SFI pilot, but also looking at, what they have been doing within countryside stewardship and indeed over generations of farming. Hedges, I have to say, the most fantastic hedges, really thick hedges, double fenced, often with ditches, huge areas of land actually not being farmed that are just biodiversity havens. And Natural England that team were really, I think, really impressed with what was going on, and you just can't bring it to life in any other way than seeing it. So I'm hoping to get them to Dartmoor next. Of course, they don't have anything to do with policy, but they're very much a key part of advice and a key stakeholder for farmers. So the more they have understanding of those challenges and those opportunities, the better. So fingers crossed that we will get a visit to Dartmoor organised fairly soon. In other news, I guess the rationing of salads is not going away. It's still a big news story. I did the Today programme yesterday, and I also did Evan Davis and the PM programme on Saturday. That was on the back of a piece that Henry Dimbleby had done with the Guardian newspaper. And I think he and I both saying absolutely the same things. We need to see structural change in the marketplace. It's very clear what is going on in the UK is unsustainable and very different to actually how growers are trading in Europe. We have a fixed price contract relationship with our retailers here. It's a classic supply and demand model in Europe. I think until we get back to weekly, monthly pricing within the fresh produce sector, it's going to remain very difficult, with these huge cost inflation challenges, massive issues, of course, around labour. All we're seeing, all our surveying shows, is contraction. And while it's playing out on shelf, of course, it will be very newsworthy, and we will continue to make the case for what is needed going forwards. I was also due yesterday to have a meeting with Lord Johnston, who has been taking the Australia bill and the New Zealand bill, the trade bills, through the House of Lords. They are now in the final stages, effectively, in Parliament, at the end of report stage. That meeting was pulled yesterday due to something that apparently came up in his diary at the last minute. So I'll be hoping to meet with him next week. But it's fair to say it's very late in the day now. And I'm also hearing that CPTPP, the Trans-Pacific deal that I've mentioned to you before, that is probably due to land next week. So as ever, a lot going on. One piece of really good news is on capital grant funding within countryside stewardship. Please, I can't do it justice, and I'm not going to in this vlog, but please go to NFU online and have a read up about that. Finally, and a significant win for us, finally a fair approach to everyone. And I'm really pleased that both ministers and officials, everybody has listened, and we now do have a fair approach for everyone, which is great news. So it's a bit of a whirlwind trip through. As ever, wherever you are, please take care, and I really look forward to speaking to you again next week. Many thanks.